This is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? That's right, everyone. We're picking up the tub. It's going back to the workshop, see if it fits. All right, we're tied down. Back to the workshop. It's a ute!
A great success!
How good is that? Perfect, it's a tipper. Awesome. We are very tight. So we're gonna need to cut across this seam on both sides just to snug it in. It's already long, I knew that was the case. I think if we cut out this piece of metal on both sides and down this seam, I want to basically cut up to where I need instead of just cutting a heap out and hoping that I don't cut it too small, but really close. That's pretty much where the window's going to go. It's just getting it to fit. That's so cool. We're gonna take it out, but I've marked everywhere I need to cut. Cut out here because the wheel arch in the E30 starts more forward than the wheel arch in the Jumbuck. Gonna remove this whole section and then cut along the inside. I think it's gonna be a montage now. Montage of cutting. All right, so these bits we're definitely gonna need to keep because I think we're gonna need to retrofit. There's a plate that goes on the back of here with a lug and the tailgate sits in that lug. A latch goes up here, so then the tailgate latches onto that. Here, I'm gonna have to work that out, but we wanna probably retrofit part of this piece onto the E30 to then get the tailgate working. So I'll put these on the shelf and keep these for later.
Montage.
I really hope this doesn't like just pop the whole thing out, but I've had to think about it. There's not much I can do without putting support from one side to the other, but then I can't get the tub in. So I think I prefer to be coming from the other direction though. I am warm. It's still kind of holding its shape, and having a little bit of extra movement is going to help the tub just kind of hopefully fall into place. This is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? I'm sorry, E30. I'm so sorry. All right, carry on. You've got two layers. So you've got this back layer and this front layer sandwiched together, and then on the outside of that sandwich, you've got this bit. I could technically unpick these stitches, but I think I'd be better off just leaving that as is and not touching that. I think that's it for this side. It does still have a little bit of strength, but when we drop the tub in, it'll be good to be able to move it in and out. This is gonna be a decent sized tub. This is so cool. That's the E30 ready. I'm making this all up as I go, obviously. But if I get a piece of cardboard that is from there to there, I can template the bottom around, and the same thing on that. Mark the center line, transfer the center line onto the tub, and then I know the exact clearance of both the strut towers. Then it's a matter of working out the arch, and this odd one, the arch, I'm also gonna need to move the breather. I don't know how I'm gonna do that also. I'll make that up as I go. It's looking like a ute. The more I work on it, the more I want to work on it. And it's like a really enjoyable experience. Centerline. How easy is that? So, looks pretty good on the rest of the car as well. So, I didn't even think I'm going to check that because that's like centerline all the way down to the chassis where the dash sits. The next step is to work out. Well, no, let's just cut the template out because we can determine where the template is sitting in relation to where the front bar and maybe the window or the roll cage and the window are going to be sitting, and then we can just go after that. So we need this to fit in here. Now, I think what I might do, how do we want to do this? So, hopefully that is about right. So, we've got a pretty good template. It's not the best, but it'll do. All right, we've got the first side. That's looking all pretty. We've got the center line looking pretty dang close. Now I've just got to pre-template onto this side. So we'll get the rough shape, transfer the rough shape, and then hopefully get it closer than some of these. You can always just go from here to here. This one is out, say 10. This one is out 5. And this one is out 0. And then you can adjust your angle when you transfer this onto the tub. The rest of it looks good though. Cool, all right, I'll just get this other side done and then we can transfer it to the tub and cut it out of the tub. Both sides done. Looking good, although the center line is slightly out. You can see there. But we can just adjust the center line on the cardboard so I don't have to make a whole new one. The way it's sitting, some of them have adjusted. So I've marked it on the cardboard to then fix, but it's all looking pretty good. I have since realized that these bars coming back to the wheel arch on both sides, I'm gonna have to cut out way more of this tub than I originally really wanted to. Tub comes to right here. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with how it's working so far. And the next part we're gonna cut out is this whole wheel arch. Okay. That's how you remove a wheel arch from a jumbuck. So I've measured how far the front is going to be in relationship to the bars. I've measured out where the cardboard should be in relationship to the bars. And then I need to change that. That's 240 at that point. And this should be 230. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, with all of the cuts that I've done so far, this is probably the only one I'm like quite nervous about because I can't just go out and grab another tub off the shelf. Any mistake I make here basically means I either have to repair it thoroughly or get a new tub, which means getting a whole new jumbuck, which I also don't want to do that. So we're definitely going to be cutting into these vents, but I also think we're going to need to cut out kind of like a triangle worth and then replate it so it covers those bars. Pray for mojo.
Welcome back to VoiceOver, Lewis.
Had a bit of a technical difficulty on the next couple of videos, so I'll just do a quick montage of all of the trials and tribulations of getting this tub to fit, and then end with a little bit more of live action Lewis.
We're so close. The tub is nearly in.
Where?
The E30. Had a bit of an issue. I've still got to just clear the wheel arch. I think that's all that's stopping it. On both sides, I've had to cut a lot back over here. We've probably got to go down another 50 mil, and then it's kind of seated. And then the tub's in. I think with the wheel arches, as far as the look of it goes, I'm gonna do a wheel arch that comes up, covers, it'll go back here, but it'll just go straight into the rear wall, just make it look a little nicer. The E30 wheel arches are so much different to each other. They're not gonna be the same. I would prefer to make one as big as it needs to cover the other side, because that's where the fuel fillet comes in, and then just match the other side, make them look the same. I'm tired, boss.
They should look thinner on camera.
I know, I'm looking forward to editing myself. For the sole fact of it, I'm not gonna be sitting there going, I really need to lose some weight, man.
I just had a big bowl of pasta.
I haven't eaten anything today. All right, so there was a lot of back and forth trying to make it fit, but it now fits. There is an issue with the width of the tub. As you can see, it is bulging up on both sides, so I'll just have to cut down and cut and shut it kind of thing. But the tub's in, it fits, and like it fits insanely well. I'll just show you some of the spots. You can see that the tub is sitting on the back there. The tub is in line, and it fits really well. There is going to have to be a patch panel made up to go from the tub to the chassis, or to the E30, and you can see in the process of installing the tub that it's pushed it out a little bit, and it's done that on both sides, so it wasn't just bad in one spot, but it's in. We have an E30 with a tub. And it's so cool. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.